Hello. Okay, so I look like this, all sweaty and gross, because we just got back from our walk. We went 0.6 miles, which is probably, I don't know how much more it is than we normally do, but it's definitely a lot more than what we do. And it's because we had Patty with us, and Patty is normally like head of the pack, running ahead, pulling me like a sled dog, and he was so over it by the time we had like turned back to go home. Uh, and she started, like, Bridget started to do better on the way back home, but she was like body slamming him the whole time. They were tangling me up. Oh my god, it was a crazy mess. But we're home. We're gonna make this video about a book, and then I'm gonna go to bed after I wash the makeup off. So, um, and also it was very muddy, just so you know, because it rained today. Um, it wasn't raining while we were out, but it rained today. So the book I want to talk about. Do you guys want to see the baby? She's like zonked because she went on a longer walk than normal. One sec. The zonkiest baby. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, we're so tired. The tiredest baby. All right, so we're gonna talk about this book. And then she and I are going to bed because I need sleep. She clearly needs sleep. So, book time. Okay, so the thing that I want to tell you about this book. Sorry, one sec. There we go. The thing I want to tell you about this book before I tell you what it's about is that I wish that I hadn't waited to read it. So, the thing with this book is that I I saw it in stores a lot. Like it just popped up any store, not any store that I went to, but any store that I noticed the books, it was there. And sorry, I'm looking at how much battery we have. Any store I went to where there's books, I noticed it. It was in my Audible suggestion list constantly. I read the back like 1,000 times, I feel like, and it was always interesting. It was in my to read list for a long time, quite a while. um, and I regret not just not going for it. I think what I wanted, if I remember correctly, I'm sorry, it's shaky cam day. Um, from what I remember, is that I hesitated to read it because I wanted to be in the correct mood for it, and something about the cover made me think that it was iffy that I would like it. It's a great cover. It's an excellent cover. I like it a lot. I don't know what about it made me hesitate to think that maybe it wouldn't be. I think I do know it. It's very like it gives very man horror. The cover, not that it's like gory or gooey or anything. It's that like it looks like it's appealing to men, and so I worried that it would have themes in it that I wouldn't enjoy, even though I liked the back and and so I was hesitant to start it, and I regret it deeply because it's an amazing book. I regretted it the moment I realized it was an amazing book. I regretted waiting so long to read it. I should have just grabbed it and read it. It was that good. It was genuinely that good. So like, um, the book we're talking about is called The Shadows by Alex North. What it's about is it's about a man who goes back to his hometown. You're gonna see a sensible theme from me. It's not a sensible theme. You're gonna see a theme from me, and like you're gonna probably notice it from like my enjoyment of it, my enjoyment of the book that I'm currently reading, which I told you guys about yesterday. Um, it's got the theme of like, and there used to be a friend group, and when they were kids, and now they're all back in the same town together, and trying to solve a mystery from when they were kids, and it's scary and creepy, but they're like catching up on their lives and um, rekindling old friendships and exploring themes that were unresolved in their childhood. I I blame Stephen King's It because that was a formative like horror movie for me, and that was one of the aspects of it that I loved, like adored when I was a kid. So, like even when I was a kid, love it now. I loved it as a child. Um, yeah. So he comes back to his hometown, and his friends are there, most of them, um, and he's not there to reconnect with his friends. He's there because his mom is sick and passing away. And he's there to care for her and take care of her, which is hard for him, obviously, but also he's drawn into a childhood mystery of a mysterious figure named Charlie, who was a very formative, scary being in his life when he was a child. And he is trying to figure out the mystery while dealing with the fact that his mom is ailing and while trying to like navigate old friendships and old relationships. So, um, in his adult years, in his jaded adult years too. So, I love that crap. But like, so that's the book. Um, is it a little broy? It can be at times, so I wasn't wrong about the cover. But it's not so broy that like that it gets to a point that I can't relate, or to a point where I start feeling like maybe it's not so nice for women. Yeah, so I don't. That's usually my issue with like the broy horror. Um, is that like very damselly with the women, or they're just all bitchy, or horrid things happen to just the women. I hate that. So that's what I worry about when I get into like broy horror, because it happens so much in like the bro horror. So I was worried about that with this book. Didn't happen. It was great. It was fantastic. Um, Still a very masculine perspective. That's not the issue. The issue is the violence against women stuff. So yes, but that's not an issue in this book. Some of the characters a little bit, but like that's fine. That's okay. Um, the book was incredible because it just kind of stuck. Another theme with my influential list. It stuck with me. And I think about it a lot. I think about the scenes. There's like scenes where they're in the forest and the mysterious figure is either alluded to or there. I think about it so much. And what really stuck with me is is the fact that I regretted not reading it sooner. Like, I have a bad habit of like hesitating if something makes me nervous, like worrying that the cover alludes to like horror that I wouldn't just inherently wouldn't enjoy. Um, so like it makes me hesitate. Reading this book showed me that I need to just go with my gut, because my gut was telling me that it's gonna be a good book. The the analyzing part was just like, is it though? Do we really want to try this right now? What if it's bad and we just can't handle that? What if it's good and we learn something about ourselves that we didn't want to know? What if it's like that? It didn't happen to be like that. It turned out to be an amazing book with an amazing premise and an amazing execution. I enjoyed every moment of it. Um, so it's a great book. I'm so glad that I read it. And I don't recommend it to people very often because it doesn't come to my mind as a recommendation very often, but I do think about it a lot, as in, like, personally, like, from that perspective of why did I hesitate, but also, like, I really love, like, spooky horror, forest scenes, so that part just stuck with me really, really bad too. But I'm gonna get ready for bed. I'm so tired, and I'm sweaty, and it's bedtime. So time to get all this stuff off, and I'll see you tomorrow.